Russian drone operators conducting reconnaissance in the Kursk region discovered a Ukrainian electronic warfare station. The coordinate information was then reported to the Prince Vandal drone operators. Without wasting any time, Prince Vandal took action and destroyed the electronic warfare station with a precision strike. In the Zaporozhye region, a fighter from the 42nd Guards Division crawled up to the bunker of the armed forces of Ukraine and, without wasting time, threw a TM-62 anti-tank mine. A minute later, the mine exploded, and with a loud bang, the bunker was blown up. It is triggered by remote control or using a delayed ignition system. This method can be particularly effective for destroying the entrance to the bunker and cutting off escape routes for those inside. If the bunker had been attacked by drones or artillery, the destruction would not have been so great. In this way, by directly dropping mines into the bunker, there can be massive destruction. 2 UAV control points of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Seversky direction were destroyed by the Russian armed forces. It is not specified in the details of the news, but I think that this attack belonged to the artillery unit. Reconnaissance drone operators transmitted the coordinates to the artillery units, and then the attack took place. This is my interpretation and may not be definitive, friends. Because this bunker is a bit small, it seems quite easy for FPV drones to get inside. Since there was no protection to prevent the FPV drone from entering, the drone was able to enter easily. Earth or concrete bunkers cannot be damaged by drones. But if the entrance to the bunker is open and there are no obstacles, drones can easily enter. Russian soldiers have found a suitable spot to set up a UAV control point. They installed antennas and communication equipment for environmental control. After the drone calibration, the drone took off. A quick attack was launched against the previously identified target. The camouflaged Ukrainian vehicle was hit with a precision strike. The vehicle was destroyed by fire. Then, a drone attack was launched on the bunker where the Ukrainian Armed Forces unit was located. Ukrainian 120mm 2B11 mortar was destroyed by Russian troops near the village of Novolyubovka. The details of the attack are not specified, but I think it was another mortar attack or howitzer attack. Russian engineering troops have extensive pontoon bridge infrastructure and training to ensure fast and efficient river crossing. Russia uses the following systems in such operations. TMM, Heavy Mechanized Bridge. It is a bridge system with a modular structure. It allows the passage of tanks and heavy vehicles. PMP, Pontoon Bridge System. Traditional pontoon bridge system. PMP-60 or more modern PMPM models are used for river crossings. PP 2005, a modern high-capacity and fast deployment pontoon bridge system. Mechanical vehicles and support elements. With trucks, cranes, and specialized vehicles, pontoon bridge components are quickly transported and assembled. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation announced the destruction of the observation posts of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kursk border region. The fighting in the region remains fierce, with both sides continuing mutual offensive and defensive operations. The Russian Defense Ministry reported that control has been established over 63% of the Kursk region. This vehicle is the BM-21 Grad multi-barrel rocket launcher system, Ural 375D or Ural 4320 type truck chassis. It has a 122mm caliber. 40 rockets are available, about 20 kilometers with standard rockets, 40 kilometers or more with modern rockets. All rockets can be launched in about 20 seconds. The BM-21 Grad is specifically designed to target large areas and is used to neutralize enemy units, such as infantry, armored vehicles, and logistic bases. In combination with various types of ammunition, It can provide both direct and indirect fire support. Russian fiber-optic FPV drones hit a Swedish CV-90 infantry fighting vehicle in the Kursk region. In 2023, Sweden delivered CV-90 vehicles to Ukraine as part of military aid. This aid was aimed at increasing Ukraine's ground combat capacity. In the first phase, more than 50 CV-90s were sent to Ukraine, and these vehicles have been used in various combat missions. In this image, an armored combat vehicle of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Kursk region is destroyed by FPV drone operators of the Rubicon Center. In the Dokhnoye village area, Kurakov direction, Russian drone operators destroy the FV-103 Spartan armored personnel carrier vehicle. The vehicle, which was heavily damaged by FPV drone strikes, stopped on the side of the road. The crew quickly got out of the vehicle and drove away. The armored vehicle, which was left alone, was then completely destroyed by drone strikes again. The Russian armed forces destroyed the vehicles on the site of the Starlink station used by Ukraine. They also destroyed cargo vehicles, infantry vehicles, and various vehicles in the area. My guess is that Russian reconnaissance drones spotted these vehicles and transmitted the coordinates to the artillery units and launched the attack. In the Donetsk region, UAV crews of the Zapad group destroyed 3 units of armored vehicles of the armed forces of Ukraine. The Russian 4-post-R drone is tasked with intelligence, surveillance, and strike missions. Okhotnik, Sukhoi S-70 drone, strategic strikes, suppression of enemy air defenses. Mission of the Aileron 3 drone, short-range reconnaissance and surveillance, tactical information gathering. Russian drone operators saw infantrymen of the Ukrainian armed forces trying to camouflage a howitzer. After determining the coordinates, a Russian FPV drone carried out the first attack. It then reported the coordinates to the Russian howitzer. The howitzer opened fire without delay and destroyed the Ukrainian vehicle. The crews of the Central Forces Group Grad MLRS destroyed the stronghold of the Ukrainian armed forces and a lot of their military equipment. The range of the BM-21 multi-barrel rocket launcher system is about 20 kilometers. With modernized rockets, it can reach up to 40 kilometers. It launches 122mm rockets and has a total of 40 rocket launch tubes. The rockets are usually fired within a few seconds. The Grad can rapidly deliver high explosive munitions over a large area. This puts enemy troops and vehicles under intense fire. The Zapad group opened their camouflaged artillery guns for the operation. 2 S-5 Gyatsint S-152mm self-propelled howitzer system. Firing range, 28 to 30 kilometers with standard ammunition, over 40 kilometers with rocket-assisted ammunition. Rate of fire, 5 to 6 rounds per minute. Can use nuclear, chemical, high-explosive, guided, and rocket-assisted ammunition. Crew, 5 people, driver, commander, gunner, and loaders. A few infantrymen hid in a ruined house to hide from Russian attacks, but due to good calculations by the drones, the artillery hit the target. In this video, you can see Orlan 10, the favorite drone of Novorossiysk paratroopers. Soldiers set up the UAV and sent it to the target. The UAV operator detected the manpower accumulation of the target and immediately transmitted the coordinates to the artillery unit. As soon as possible, artillery fire was opened on the target infantry. Russian drones spotted several Ukrainian infantry in the Kharkiv region. Ukrainian infantrymen trying to hide were attacked by the FPV drone of the Northern Forces Group. With 3 consecutive FPV drone strikes, the target was directly hit and all equipment was destroyed or rendered unusable. Russian 2 S-19 MSTAS artillery units shelled vehicles, ammunition depots, and fortified positions of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Kursk border region. As a result of the good calculations of the drones, the artillery units hit the target precisely. 2 S-19 MSTAS is a Russian self-propelled howitzer, weapon system 152mm 2A64 howitzer. Range: standard ammunition 24.7 kilometers. Rocket-propelled ammunition 36 kilometers. The 2A36 Hyacinth B gun is a powerful 152mm diameter artillery weapon with a high firing range. Standard ammunition 28.4 kilometers. Rocket-propelled ammunition 40 kilometers. The DNPR group destroyed Ukrainian artillery pieces in the Kherson region. The artillery unit, which was accurately coordinated by drones, hit the target with pinpoint accuracy. 2 Ukrainian infantry fighting vehicles and a Ukrainian tank were destroyed in the Kursk region. At the same time, several communication devices were hit by FPV drones. As far as I understand from the video, the FPV drone hits a gasoline tank. Ivanovo and Kostroma paratroopers attacked the fortress. BMD-2 and BTR-MDM armored vehicles landed Russian infantry. Russian infantry and Ukrainian infantry clashed at close range in cold and snowy weather. I understand from the news that Russian UAV operators provided aerial support to the Russian infantry and reported the positions of the Ukrainian infantry. The BMD-2 Rizhly vehicle is an airborne combat vehicle. It is armed with a 30mm 2A42 automatic cannon and a 7.62mm PKT machine gun. BTR-MDM vehicle is an armored personnel carrier vehicle. The vehicle is armed with a 7.62mm machine gun.